Los Osimus, where every adventurer's favorite tavern, the Roguelike Tavern, is preparing for the next Rumble of the year. In fact, of our third season. And as such, we have a slate of new and returning heroes. With those heroes currently with us, please roll initiative.
Oh, God. I didn't have dice prepared.
You're a dice maker. What do you mean you don't have dice prepared?
I'm inking dice right now.
So roll a fresh one.
Oh, cool. 19.
Sweet.
Do I need to add my thingy? Can I add my thingy?
Yeah, that's how initiative works.
21.
Jesus.
10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, I guess hero number 1. You haven't changed your name on the thing yet, so I don't know what to call you.
That's because I just picked a name.
Great. Could you at least introduce that much of yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Lexus.
Lexus?
Lexus.
Wonderful. Lexus, where in Los Osimus or beyond are you coming from?
I come from the southern swamps of Alabama.
It's not Alabama. Magical name for Alabama.
Magical Alabama. I come from Magical Alabama. That's what we're calling it.
You come from Malabama.
Malabama. I come from Malabama. I had a dream of being a big time Hollywood star, and then was told that I was too short to do such things. So instead, they had me stunting for this little bitch over here.
Incredible.
And it's Lexus, no last name. I ditched the last name. My uncle was my daddy, and I don't need to publicly, protest that. So it's Lexus, no last name.
Spectacular. So arriving first, foremost, and honestly, frankly, was probably already at the bar working on separate contract things with Lady Destiny herself. I would say, in fact, yeah, probably emerging from Lady Destiny's office, which is on the spiral staircase below, is Lexus. And Lexus, could you please describe yourself?
Lexus is a whopping 2 foot 9 inches tall, but wears like boosted sneaker boots that like give her a little bit of a lift so she can be like 3'2". Like it's a solid platform sneaker boot. Dressed in an outfit that would mirror Lady Destiny's. So in this instance, rather sexual pant, comfortable but like saucy looking shirt of some sort. Hair is up in a messy bun, hates wearing it down, only will wear it down when needed to, and will frequently pull her beanie back on as soon as she is done filming her shot.
Spectacular. So for those not in the know, the Lady Destiny and the Roguelike Rumbles are in fact working on a new set of commercials, which require some stunt work. So Lexus happens to be a highly recommended stunt double from the entertainment centers of the Hazelwood Hills, which is in fact what it's called in Los Osimus. Ain't Hollywood, baby, it's Hazelwood, So you come up from the offices downstairs, and you can seat yourself at the bar, where one of the newer bartenders, an Earth Genasi druid named Rutabaga, is kind of softly polishing a cup. That's funnier for people who know which bartender I'm talking about. And as you know, he's cleaning a cup. The bar is not quite open yet, but you were certainly the first to arrive. So he looks over and says, "Oh, you're the stunt person, right?"
Yes, that would be me.
Oh, very cool. But I heard you are also gonna be in the next Rumble. Is that right?
If I want to make a name for myself, I must have the money required to do so. So yes, out of pure necessity, I will be participating in this Rumble.
I think you're gonna love it. It's really great. Nights get wild. Can I get you something to drink? You'll drink and eat for free until game time. So.
Well, if alcohol is allowed, I would love a Malibu pineapple with a little splash of grenadine.
Yeah, I'll figure out how to make that. Cool. So he goes off and he starts looking. You can see him looking up on his little handheld orb. Searching magically for recipes.
Malibu.
Yeah.
It's Malibu pineapple.
Malibu, obviously. Well, now I have to add that to the map. So you write that down. Malibu.
It's Malibu in Malabama.
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
I'm just going to start adding supplementary maps around the big map in the bar. So we'll have Malabama, and I believe the magical version of the Jersey Shore is also a canon in Las Osimas. Anyway, so you are there not only on time but early, which leaves you waiting for a good long while for the next hero due to show up. Boldrak, where are you coming from, and what misfortune might have waylaid you on your way to the Roguelike Tavern tonight?
As ever, it's been traffic that's been slowing me down on my way to the Roguelike Tavern. Right now I'm living at my parents' house in Dungeon Runyon Canyon, and you know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to live, full of whirling blades and swinging axes and poison dart traps that just sort of spontaneously generate whenever it rains. But it is a nightmare to get to and from there around the hour of rush. So, as per usual, fools aboard their horses and flying carpets and various sundry giant lizard mounts have proven a consternation on my way to the roguelike.
Yeah, you know, that bug, since he took over the I-10 Hells, has just absolutely let the highway system go to, hell, as it were.
One person should not be in charge of all the freeways in a giant city.
Particularly one who's, got other concerns on his mind, like all of his siblings trapped in the sword he wields, but, we'll work it out one of these days. Maybe we'll start doing a teleport circle to help get our entrance here. At any rate, as you arrive to find Lexus already seated at the bar and Rutabaga just sliding over a Halibut cocktail, whatever that was, to her. As you come in, did you physically describe yourself, or please do that?
I have not. I am on the younger side as far as grey dwarves go. My beard is not wild and scraggly like that of my forefathers, but seems to have a sort of it's one of those like double fade situations. So like the beard fades in here, but also my haircut fades up here. This whole part of my head completely bald, but from here down robust, from here up robust. Sort of ashen gray skin, wearing what appears to be a sort of sleeveless fleece vest that zips up all the way up to the top, that is covered in spikes and spines, but upon which there is a branded mark that says the Northern Face, just sort of branded right here on the pauldron. And there's a big pike slung over my shoulder.
Spectacular. So as you arrive, Rutabaga hails you over and invites you to also order a drink if you'd like. But it is going to be just the two of you for now, as the other two heroes are not due to arrive till much later. So would you like anything to drink, or I can just get Salita and you all can do the other contracting if you want?
Well, it's been a long day. I think I'll have whatever your darkest beer is. I want it to never have seen the light of day. That's how you know that the beer's good, is that when UV rays penetrate the glass, it just spoils it for you. So if you could bring it out in a little, like a little chef's cloche, such that the only light that ever touches it is the one that I expose it to, that would be my preference. And if you don't have that, then magical Miller High Life is fine.
So an extremely light beer instead. How about I just go get you a hang on. I gotta look at something to pronounce this correctly.
Is it Stella Artois? Is that what you're trying to go to? Was that what you were trying to go to?
Bella Partois?
Bella Artois?
Assess wing.
Assess Nwing. You know.
Dealer's choice. What? I've already made my preferences very clear, and that it's beer. So whatever you've got, I'll take.
So he brings out to you a can from the magical cooler. He covers his arm with a towel. It's kind of the best he can do, and you get the magical equivalent of a Guinness. You know, a Senguing.
A single.
It's backwards. It's the best I can do on the fly, you know? It's a dark beer. Anyways, that gets poured out.
I immediately have a big foamy mustache.
Of course, as one should. And then he eventually disappears into the little side office, which, well, none of you are returning heroes, but those who have watched our adventures before will know is the location of Solita's office. And so a tiny little, always frazzled halfling woman comes out following Rutabaga. She's got a little messy bun with a little wand stuck through it. She's carrying a clipboard with many papers, and she goes, "Oh, is this Lexus and Boldrak? Is that correct?"
Oh, aye.
Okay, wonderful. Y'all, you can bring your drinks if you like. You're just gonna come in the back office with me here. We're gonna sign some contracts, discuss, you know, the rules and regulations, and then we should actually have the sorcerer running. Well, or mage. I can't remember if he's a warlock or so. Anyway, the magician of the Sorcerer's Synod running your rumble will actually be here to meet you down in the training room in just a few moments.
Capital. Happy to sign a contract. Let me. One more, please. It's been a long day.
You got it. Here. And he just slides you another one. Doesn't even bother to pour this one in the glass. Just cracks the can and hands it your way.
Just brings a hose over from the tap.
Sure.
How tall is Boldrak? Like roughly how tall?
A sub 5 feet. A true short king. You know, maybe on a day where he's wearing like a cheeky dress shoe with a little bit of a heel, maybe 4'10".
Man, Lexus is gonna look up to Boldrak and just go, "Oh, aren't you a tree of a man?"
Well, keep talking like that, and I stalagmite go easy on ya.
Oh, it's adorable. You think I can't kick your ass?
Sure. Well,
Incredible. Well, I love this chemistry already. All right. So she ushers you into a very just hideously messy little back office. Stacks of paper everywhere. There's 4 chairs, 2 next to the doors, 2 on either wall. You all can play my psychological game and tell me which chair you sit in.
I will spin my chair around and sit in it backwards and rest my arms over the top of it. And I will also be directly next to Boldrak. I'm not afraid of the short king.
They are those kind of chairs with the like wooden armrests. So it's not so much
is there a
you have to slide it out of its place.
Yeah.
Flip it.
Is there a gap like where it's like
No.
the arm, or is okay cool then I'm gonna sit, rock the legs over the armrest so I can intentionally sit it in correctly, and I'll just kick my little feetsies.
Spectacular. You do thus. Boldrak, where are you at?
Boldrak sort of instinctively picks the chair that is at a perfect right angle to a desk, very much in a sort of like assistant ready to take notes position, kind of reflexively, and then like you see him like sit down, reach into his bag to pull out like a pen or a quill, and then like sorry, just shaking off the day.
Fair enough.
Proceed.
Did you just come from work? What do you do?
Well, there's a great many bards, troops, and storytelling manufacturers all around Los Asimas, and I'm an early career development professional, and really, honestly, it's a lot of stress. My boss is quite literally a dragon who just does not stop smoking cigars and telling me that we're going to have a big hit with this next moving tapestry of some sort, and they always flop, and it's always my fault somehow. And so I mostly just come in here to feel something, because everything is just dreadful in the work life. So
you work over at Phoenix Studios, is that right?
Phoenix Studios, yes, that's right. I will, of course, leave my boss nameless, but he is the big green dragon who works at Phoenix Studios.
No, I had a feeling. I feel like we get a lot of your coworkers in here drinking on the happy hour. Anyway, great. So here's the contract, and you all get like these long scrolls with a long list that she runs you through, which mostly specify things like you can't sue for any injuries or whatever, but she of course goes over the death clause wherein you will, 3 of 4 will be required to die in the rumble, but the finest clerics and paladins are always on hand for resurrections afterwards. No death is permanent because of course, returning competitors, usually spike a big draw from the crowd, so they'd love you to participate again if you die multiple times, say 3 times or more.
Yeah. Wow, who on earth could do this 3 times and never win? Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really, some of our competitors, though, they just keep trying, and we always hope for the best for them, but, yeah, anywho. Anyway, so, you just go ahead and sign those, and then we'll get you downstairs to the training room. So, presumably you sign unless either of you have qualms or questions about the contracts.
I will sign John Hancock style, so like the signature takes up probably like 3/4 of the page. I'm signing over the actual legalese as well, just big old signature.
Wonderful.
I think Boldrak will absolutely take like too long to read it like kind of word for word, and will sort of like put sort of like rough-hewn nails into the contract under terms that is like maybe questionable, and maybe we'll get like hammered out in this sort of little montage. But at the very end, we'll pull out a sort of like big, thick, like geometric signet ring, melt a bit of wax, and just thump onto the signature place.
Spectacular. Yeah, I think Salita is probably genuinely impressed, because most people don't bother to read the fine print, but she's like, oh, if I ever need an assistant, I know who I'll be calling, but technically I'm an assistant, so Okay, never mind.
Sorry, it's a reflex. The reflex.
Of course, yeah.
I'm here to have fun.
Oh, sure. You know what? Let's get you down to the training room for that fun to begin. So you're ushered out basically the opposite direction from her office, and there's a spot in the wall that magically slides open and reveals a long, winding stairwell, which, Lexus, you've already walked up and down, having been to Lady Destiny's office. But this time, you stop a little earlier, and on an opposite side of the wall, Salita opens a door kind of magically, just waves her little wand at it, and you arrive in a pretty nondescript training room. It's got, padded floors, padded walls, racks of used armory, just kind of all over the place. In the center of the room is a fun little straw man dummy, 2 little sticks, one vertical, one horizontal, cute little padded head and body. And standing beside this little dummy is your sorcerer of the hour. Vex McHanon, could you please introduce and describe yourself?
You see a human dressed in a long red and green jacket, matching with his red shirt and black pants and stuff like that. Wild frizzy hair, and he just seems to be poking at the dummy, standing about just under 6 foot tall, fairly built for a sorcerer, and goes, "About time I see you two. Been here for a long time, and I'm ready to see some action. Vex McHanon, nice to meet you. Sorcerer for this particular rumble, and I'm interested to see what y'all got."
Oshonte.
What?
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What?
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Boldrak the Beeeg.
Irony. And what about you?
I do not appreciate that it feels like you're looking down to me. I just because I am small does not mean you need to be diminutive to my stature. But my name is Lexus, no last name.
Well, nice to meet you. No last name. Hi. I'd look up to you, but
I mean, you could be respectful and get on your knees.
I'ma like this rumble. I'ma like this rumble a lot.
I like this already as well. Well, so Vex is of course here to oversee your just little skill demonstration. So whichever of you would like to go first, all you have to do is just make an attack on this dummy.
By all means, let's see what you've got.
Were you about to say ladies first?
Absolutely not.
Because I feel like you were about to say ladies first, in which case you would have to go first.
Oh, I like it.
I'd like to leave some of the dummy for you, and if I go first with this big ass axe I'm fixing to grab, there ain't gonna be no dummy left for you. So why don't you go first, Sweet Pea?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Spicy. I like them spicy.
All of my taste buds have been burned off as well. All right. This pike that Boldrak has on his back is like way too long. Way too long. Sort of like has to like hand over hand pull it out of its holster and sort of like tuck it under his arm. And he says, "Oh, that's right. My party trick." And he slams himself on the chest and grows to large size. And then we'll make a round of attacks on this dummy. That is the first one is a 16 to hit, and the second one is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those both hit. So we hacking and slashing?
Yes. Let me just double check. Okay. So it's a stab, it's a pierce. That's I rolled a that is a total of
Everyone's favorite
20
part of rumbles.
yes, yeah, everyone's absolute favorite part.
What are the numbers?
Yeah, real good with numbers. All right, so 20 plus 6 plus 7 is 33 points of damage. Sort of like huge like bursts of I guess hay come out of the back of this.
I'm thinking you directly split the like cross beams.
Yeah. It's like you see like part of it is just sort of raw brute strength, and part of it is like pulses of energy start at the back end of the pike, sort of work their way up to the front end of the pike, and then like erupt outwards.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And then your second strike?
Oh, that was both.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Some kind of combo maneuver.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
That was very...
Between the brute force and the magical pulsation, everyone else in the room watches the dummy literally explode from the chest outward as hay and wood go flying everywhere. And Salida, as per usual, is delighted. And she's just applauding, kind of bouncing up and down with her little bun wiggling. hair bun, but probably also the ass if anyone's looking. And then she pulls the little wand out of her bun and puts the dummy back together, going, "Well, that was just spectacular. And look, my dear, you have a fresh dummy all for your destruction. So next."
That is fantastic. And you'll see Lexus grab an axe that does not look like she could possibly wield it because she is so tiny and it is so big. And she'll just sort of drag it behind her as she walks towards the dummy and then like tenses into a tiny ball as she rages and then swings the axe over her head recklessly so that she can attack at advantage.
Oh no, that scarecrow's gonna have advantage to attack you. Oh no.
I know, I'm so scared. It's like 23 for the first one and like 26 for the second one.
Yeah, that'll do it. It's not moving. It's not gonna dodge.
And a total of thank you, digital rolling. Total of 24 points of damage.
Wonderful. So in some ways, not quite as spectacular as the previous destructive force, but very nearly. As
she's
I'm
screaming.
Sure.
Like full on scream, like wailing into the like it's over the head. Like when axe hits dummy, like legs go up in the air. It's the leverage of it.
I'm kind of picturing you do that brilliant and brutal downward swing, and then just a cross diagonal like upswing for the finisher. So as it's like having itself, then you quarter it.
Exactly.
Incredible.
We just hear every vertebrae in Lexus's spine just pop, 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 pop as she has to get it moving again.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Cracking of wood and cracking of spine as the dummy splits apart for the second time. Just brilliant. Oh my goodness, Vex, I don't know about you, but I'm so excited.
2 melee fighters. It's gonna be very, very interesting. I can't wait to see what.
Who are you calling too many? That is a tree of a man.
Yeah.
I reduce down to medium size and say, sorry. I think we're in for a good show. I think we're in for.
Apologize. That was spectacular.
Oh, well, listen. You're not so bad yourself. It's a mighty axe you have there. It's impressive form, good technique.
I do have one quick question. How strong are your stomachs? Y'all feel like I got a good constitution to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Famously so, and he'll just sort of like pat his big sort of bridge cable thick dwarven belly.
Good.
Oh, so no follow-up. Just had to ask.
Yeah, great.
Really thought you were about to like throw a poison.
Just clarifying.
No. I just needed to know. No reason. Don't worry about it.
Sure. Sure.
Vex is one of our most brilliant and brutal mages in the Synod of Sorcerers, so I think you all are for sure in for something.
Here's hope.
I mean, if the point was to try and make me afraid, I'm never afraid.
Fair enough. If you all would like, and Lamar, if you have any dice near you, we'll assume a decently high modifier for you as a level 20. Sorcerer or warlock, yeah, whichever of the magical varietals you are. But if you want to roll intimidation against them, I'm for it.
Intimidation would be charisma. For a sorcerer, 16.
Not bad. Y'all, would y'all like to roll to contest that?
I will happily roll to contest it.
I'll roll insight to see bark versus bite. I got a 22.
Ooh.
Can I roll counter intimidation?
If you would like.
So it's a natural one.
Wow. You are, for maybe one of the first times in your entire, especially professional life, genuinely a little afraid when you see the glint of mischief and almost magical glimmer in Vex's eyes. Now, Vex, you will have to say, with an incredible insight roll like that, how afraid should Boldrak be?
Well, the word "very" is such a plain word. And "afraid" is another plain word. But extremely concerned probably is a better phrase.
Sure. It exists in the boundaries of the abstract. It is extremely, maybe terrible.
I have a job to do.
There you
And
go.
I'll have so long to do it. And I'm going to do it.
So with that, Selena leads the two of you to your separate green rooms. You're able to order food and drink as you prepare and hit a nice long rest before your rumble. So we will bid adieu to the two of you and then get on to meeting our next two competitors.
Fantastic.
We'll see y'all later.
See y'all later.
All right. Well, we drop in to the Roguelike Tavern. For those of you who have been watching, you'll know that two heroes are already safely ensconced in their green rooms. But the other two later arrivals have in fact arrived. Heroes, could you please roll initiative?
Oh,
Yes, chef.
hello?
It's my favorite way to start.
19.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a
What do you
pretty good
got?
roll. But is it going to be as good as this one? I'm checking my initiative bonus real quick. Let's see. I rolled an 18 with a
Oh.
modifier. I know. For some reason, my sheet is being slow to pull up.
Oh,
I
coming on the
do
edge
bel-
of my seat.
I know. This is imagine some crazy music going on right now. Because
Both
for-
rolled 18. It's anybody's game.
I don't have your stats memorized. I'm
I'm
not
go-
gonna
I
pretend.
know,
I want
I
to say
know.
I want to say you are gonna beat her though.
I know.
think
Okay,
so.
I'm pulling it up on my iPad now.
So wild
Oh,
drumming.
21.
Ooh!
Blackjack. All
I'll
right.
do it.
Nice.
That'll do it.
Incredible. That will do it, in fact. And, you know, it makes good sense. Efficiency is the name of the game when it comes to this hero. So as you arrive at the Roguelike Tavern, it has been a while for you, but you are right on time as expected. As you come in, could you please describe what anyone in the bar might see?
Yes, as I walk into the bar for the first time, I'm perfectly upright, perfect posture, a sleek metal form from top to bottom with glowing purple eye sockets. And otherwise, he does have a war hammer and a shield, and one in each hand. He arrives with a huge smile on his face, and he looks around and he goes, "I'm back."
And the bartender cleaning a new glass for those the folks who have been watching this whole session zero. It's a different glass he's cleaning, but he's still cleaning it. A kind of what did I call him? Earth Genasi druid, I believe, by the name of Rutabaga. Not someone you recognize, a new bartender, and he doesn't recognize you. He'll say, "Great, welcome in. Hey, I'm Rutabaga. Come on up to the bar. Are you one of our heroes?"
"Hi, I'm Contro 2.0. I walk up to the bar.
Great. I think, man, I think I remember watching your match on my hub. I wasn't actually working at the bar yet then. Do you drink? Can I get you? I don't think we have oil.
I must stay perfectly focused. I will not lose."
Oh, okay. Cool. Great. So no drink then.
"No, thank you."
We might have cooking oil in the back.
"That sounds delicious. I'll take some."
You got it, bud. Anything for the heroes. And he'll kind of go off to the back and will return eventually, I assume, with a cup of oil. But in the meantime, shortly on your heels, is the second hero. There are currently no patrons in the bar, but you hear the door creak open, and our second hero of this round comes in. Could you please describe yourself as Contro the robot might see? Excuse me, the Warforged would see you.
Yeah, the door creaks open and then is suddenly slammed to the side as pirouetting in is Aria Opaline, a pink tiefling dressed in head-to-toe sparkles and shimmery cape jacket, prances into the center of the room and strikes a pose, waiting for someone to announce her.
As the bar is currently closed, there isn't anyone waiting at the door to announce you.
Okay, it's just me, no problem. Hi, I'm Aria. Welcome to my show.
Hi, I'm Contro. Are you the practice dummy?
I'm no dummy. What would make you think that? Look at how I sparkle. And then I run over and sit down next to him and I say, so you must be some of the competition?
Oh, that would imply you have a chance.
Oh. So the robot likes to smack talk. Well, I wonder if he can smack as well, because he'll be feeling mine soon.
You look breakable.
With this fun tension in the air, Rutabaga returns from the back with a small shot glass full of presumably Crisco or something, and slides that over to Contro and goes, "Here, I hope you like it."
Yum 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 yum.
Horrifying.
Is it good or whatever?
It's delicious.
Rutabaga will turn to you, Aria, and say, it's just straight oil. I don't think you'd like that, but I have been told heroes can have whatever they want, so would you like something to drink or eat?
Can I get a Timora and soda? I only drink vodka.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Thank you.
He'll go and make you a little vodka soda. After a few minutes of mixing, he slides you your drink right about the time when a small halfling woman comes over from from downstairs, as she had just been escorting other heroes to their green rooms. And as she comes through the kind of secret hidden door, she'll see the two of you and go, "Oh, perfect, you are both right on time. Your competitors are already downstairs, having needed to come in a bit early, and you all a little later. Usually we like to do this all together. Oh, but hello, I am Salida. I will be taking you through your signing and the contracts, and then we'll get you down to the training room where you can do your little display of skills."
Hit each other? Sorry.
No, not yet. That's tonight. I
Oh.
like that you're eager, though. That's great. Okay.
Yes, I am.
I am returning. Must I fill out new forms?
Yes, actually, some of the contract terms have changed, and I've actually been told you've technically changed as well. Upgrades
Technically.
need upgrades. You know what I mean?
Yes, I've been running through every possible conceivable battle outcome. And now I am new.
That sounds exciting, exhausting. Come on, we'll go to the office, and she'll lead the two of you over to a little side office. Contro, you can scan your memory banks and discover that you remember it's the exact same office it was before. Go ahead and just for funsies, make a history check for me.
I'm rolling good.
Did you say me or
No, just
Contro?
Contro. You haven't
great.
signed a contract before, so no need on your end.
19.
Incredible. So on a 19, you'll catch the various terms and conditions that have changed. Things with the dungeon master of the event reserves the right to restrict flying above a certain height and for a certain duration. Though that is an option that some may choose or may not choose to inflict, depending on the situation. So it is an open-ended condition, as it were, and various, little things here and there, the way sponsorships can work, magic items, and what have you. But I don't think you'll find anything particularly disagreeable, though the flight conditions may raise a few personal concerns.
Contro will rise to the top, flying or otherwise. Sign.
Aria, you might take a little longer to peruse this contract, but by and large, it's kind of the usual for any given performance, with incredibly we'll say customized optional clauses having to do with death being on the line, but resurrection at the end of the battle guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. If my agent didn't look at this, I'll just sign it.
If he didn't, or if he did?
I mean, I assume that it was sent to him because my signature isn't legal unless he's seen it, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna should just make a little note. She's like, I'll get a sending to him later. Don't you worry. In the meantime, let's hurry this along since you are a little later than everyone else. I want you to get that full long rest before the fight tonight. Come on down. We'll go down to the training room, which I know our Warforged will remember.
Oh yes. You mentioned, Aria, about an agent. Is that like a god? I have one of those.
Couple of them, to be honest. Gods, they're like legal people or whatever, they're part of the courts, like the royal courts or whatever.
Many gods, indecisive, a weakness. Thank you.
As you walk down, Selena's actually going to take a little note of curiosity at this and say, Contro, you have a god?
Yes. Technically, I am loyal to capitalism.
Oh, now that does make sense. I was a little confused as to what a Warforged might worship, but no, that makes, oh gosh. Great. With that,
How
she gets
sad
nervous about capitalism, as we all do. Anyone making an insight check of 15 or above might recognize the look of a woman thinking about her paycheck in relation to living costs in Los Asimas. But as she opens the door to the training room, Contro, you'll see a very familiar room to you. Aria, it's a pretty standard training room, padded walls, padded floors, a variety of armaments on racks lining the walls. But in the center of the room is a figure wholly unfamiliar to the both of you. And though our audience at home has already heard the description, for the benefit of our two new heroes, Vex McHanon, would you please describe yourself?
You see a man a little under 6 feet, wearing red and green robes, large hair, seeming to be of a stocky build and stuff like that. Just leaning against the wall, and playing with a coin, going, "I'm bored!"
Well, we can solve your boredom, Vex. I've got your next two heroes right here.
About time. All right. That one's creepy.
Hi, I'm Contro.
Are we gonna hit stuff now?
Please.
Oh, yes. So, if you can see, and Selena will gesture, there is a stock little straw man, 2 sticks, one vertical, one horizontal, little arms off to the side, jaunty little padded hay head, ready in the center of the training room for whichever of you would like to hit first. And if you're both gonna try to hit simultaneously, I am gonna need another initiative roll.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm going. I'll go for it.
Feeling that both of
How
you were
about
just
a
gonna
crit?
shoot without asking.
Does
You
a
got a
crit
crit?
win?
A nat 20?
A
What?
nat 20 to make 21? Because that's not really
No.
how initiative works.
It's not.
could
I
be.
didn't get a natural 20.
Oh, what did you get
What
out
did
of
you
interest?
I got a 17.
Oh,
It's
Close.
not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
close. It's not
maybe,
at 20.
maybe that grease is still working its way to your joints. You weren't as quick on the draw as you wanted to be. But Aria, you get off the first attack. What are you doing?
God, what a question. Arya cracks her knuckles and pulls a guitar you haven't noticed, her great axe, off her back and runs at the straw man, and she's gonna thunderous smite it.
Incredible.
With a, because I crit again.
Wow, you better not waste these good rolls on the session 0.
I know.
like I said, I can't hit.
Spectacular. So, Thunderous Smite. What is that doing to our poor little straw man?
It's gonna be 4d6 thunder damage, and it's gonna go prone.
Yeah, I bet it will. Go ahead and roll the damage.
10, 11, 21, 29 plus 3, 32 damage coming at
Wow.
it.
So with this,
As sound erupts into the straw and bursts out.
I was gonna say, yeah, with your running leap and a crackle of thunder that rattles not only everyone else in the room, but all of the other armaments in the room are, I assume, hit with the wave of sound coming off of this. So there's just a shaking and a rattling and an absolute explosion as the little test dummy in the middle flies to bits, shredded by your thunderous smite.
She turns around and winks at Contro and goes, "That's the only chord I know," and puts her guitar back on her back and walks back over there.
Nice. Solita is like jumping up and down with delight.
Yes. I give her a little
Vex, I don't know about you, but
your hands not work?
I'm very excited about that.
Great sound. The greatest songs only need one chord.
I don't know that I agree with your take on music, but yeah, sure.
My favorite music is one chord.
Is that the sound of you dying at the end of our match? Oh.
Get bodied. Get.
Neither will I. You see like a little bit of flame right here. My little teeth eyes.
These two are, it's funny. Sorry. I feel like the two ahead of them had more of a sexual tension, and then this is just straight mean. I love it. I'm excited.
Mean and sex is kind of my brand, so,
Oh, excellent. I can't wait for the rest of you to all meet one another. Anyway, hold on a moment, Contro. I'll get you another. Don't worry about it. And she just pulls her little wand out of her messy top knot bun, and with a little flick of her wrist, the straw man is reassembled from the various corners of the room to which he had scattered and splintered. And he is all yours for the attack.
All right. I'd like for Contro to just upright stride up next to the crash test dummy, straw dummy. Turn around to face everyone else towards the front of the room. And I'd like to thunder step from my point of next to the dummy to right in front of Aria's face. To leave my boom, my thunderous clap from my point of transportation behind me. So I'd like to sort of explode behind me as I reappear directly in front of Aria.
Excellent. Is that a dex save?
It's a Constitution saving throw for the dummy.
It has no constitution, so just roll the damage is why I was asking.
Yeah.
Can I make a flinch save?
Sure. I think that's going to be dex as well, but we're going to make that a 17 because you can't see him coming quite literally.
Well.
That's 19 thunder damage to the straw dummy.
Copy that. So nice. He is more like broken snapped as opposed to the full explosion that Aria gave it, because that is a bit less damage than she did. But that center beam just snaps on him as the actual hay body kind of blows apart in the wake of your thunder step. And actually, I have changed my mind on this one, Aria. For flinching, rather than dex, let's make that constitution.
Okay, great. That's gonna be an 8.
Oh, great. Definitely helped. So yeah, you absolutely flinch as Contro comes within, just millimeters of your face.
Oh my god, you smell like canola oil.
You should be afraid. You are no threat. You
know
mentioned
I'm afraid of? Oh. Go ahead. After you.
You mentioned you thought you were attractive. Feel no attraction, but if I did, I would not be attracted to you.
Oh!
Woot, woot.
That, gonna need some aloe for that burn.
The only thing you should be afraid of is becoming my next great axe. Oh, the only chord I know.
A single shred on your guitar. I don't know that I don't know that Zoom was willing to pick up whatever sound effect you made. Yeah, it definitely just keeps coming across as silence. Zoom is refusing to let you shred.
Zoom!
Alas.
Not one of my gods.
I mean, the terrible wizards of this magical streaming service. Moose. So with absolute tension in the air, so Selena will just kind of, I mean, again, she's a little halfling, so she's shorter than both of you, just kind of looking from one of you to the other, and from one of you to the other, and then goes, I'm a little scared, but mostly excited. Vex, is there anything you'd like to say to these two before we take them on back as well?
Absolutely. I suggest you go on back to your little corners, take a deep breath, pray to whatever God's brought you here, and understand that at the end of the day, nothing's gonna be safe for you. Oh, watch your step when you play the game.
Cryptic, terrifying. I love it. Vex, we're so excited to have you back for another one. This is, in case those the two of you are unaware, just one of our finest sorcerers in all of the Synod. So absolutely delighted, and as always, apprehensively terrified about what this is going to do to our insurance policy. But as per usual, our finest clerics and paladins will be on hand for any necessary resurrections. So 3 of you will die, but 3 of you will be resurrected. But there will only be one champion. So yeah, good luck. Well, Contro, you have the benefit of a prior experience at your disposal, but we'll see if you have learned from your mistakes.
I am reborn.
Many.
Oh, I have more questions.
I know
Anyway,
a lot of people who've been reborn, and it doesn't always stick.
yeah, that's usually like under the light of Helio or something. Anyway, let's not get religious now. Let's get you back to your green rooms, all right? So she'll escort you further down the winding stone stairways. You each get your own separate green room with whatever food or drink or bottles of oil you might need as you spend a long rest preparing for the battle at hand. And well, in the world of Los Asimas, it shall only be a day as we wait for afternoon to become evening and evening to become night, and the audience to descend into the arena and fill it with their cheers and applause. For our folks watching at home, it's going to be a couple of days. But then we will be live in the Roguelike Tavern, May 16th, 8:00 p.m. if you are able to make it to the live show. And if you are not, the show will be streaming live to our Twitch. And among some of the other updates we have made of late, anyone watching the stream at home is now able to actively interact with the game. So if during the game you would like to buy rewards for the heroes, like health potions, magic items, and lair actions, all you will have to do is visit our coffee page either while watching this stream or during the actual live stream, and your rewards will become manifest in the world of the game. So we're very excited to add this, and can't wait to see all of you either in person or on the stream then. So we'll see you May 16th. Bye, friends.
Yay!
Yay, yay!